welcome to Joyful Jen Yoga. Today's practice is a quick flow, about 30 minutes of movements. We'll be working through some vinyasas, building some heats, and just kind of working energy out of our body. So we'll actually get started at the top of the mat in Tadasana. So if you have blocks or a blanket, you might want them if you use them frequently. Otherwise, come to the top of the mat. Take your hands to hearts. Let your eyes soften closed. Feel your feet touching the earth. Rock a few times forward and back. Feel the mat, feel the earth below your feet. And then start to connect to the inner line of your legs. Lift up through your arches, a little engagement through your inner thighs. Bring that all the way up to that space below your belly button. Lifting up through pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Feel your ribs pull slightly down as you lift up through your hearts. The bottom tips of your shoulder blades draw just slightly together. Eyes can be soft or closed. Start to watch your breath move in and out through your nose. Feel yourself here, solid, connected, rooted, grounded, right here in this very present moment. And then on inhale, reach your arms all the way up overhead, maybe gaze up towards your thumbs. And on exhale, fold forward, bend your knees a fair amount. Give your head a little shake. Maybe walk your hands a little bit to the left, back through center and a little bit to the right. Come back through center. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your shoulder blades down. Your back hands could be on shins. Touch the earth and step it back to downward facing dog. When you arrive in down dog, bend one knee and then the other, walking it out. Moving and grooving in whatever way your body feels like it needs to today. Perhaps both heels lift up and we let our heels drop over to the left. Maybe heels lift up and we drop over to the right. Play with what makes sense. Take another steady inhale. And exhale, look forward. Tiptoe your feet to your hands, moving really mindfully and slowly. Press your heels down if it feels okay as you step forward, getting more into the backs of your legs. You might bend your knees, you might lift up onto fingertips, and then when you arrive at the top of the mat, hold opposite elbows if it feels okay, and sway a bit side to side. Release your hands back down. Inhale, lengthen your spine and soften. Inhale, arms sweep all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Reach arms up overhead. Catch opposite elbows. Lift and lengthen your spine. Take your right hand on that left elbow and draw everything over to the right side of your space. A nice side body opening for left side body. Inhale up through center. Take that right elbow over to the left. Inhale all the way up, arms reach up, and exhale, we fold forward. Lengthen your spine, touch the earth, and then step back to high plank. We'll hold in our high plank for 5. Press up in between your shoulder blades for 4, 3, 2, and on 1, let your knees come down, shift forward, lower in one long line of energy to the earth. Take your fingertips off of your mat, out to the side. Little spider fingers, right in line with your shoulders. Press strong in the tops of your feet as you inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lengthen your way back down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, float back up. And exhale, lower. Slide your hands in line with your chest. Lift up through a strong all fours. Tuck your toes. Make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Open and stack your hip. Bend your knee if that feels good. We could circle that right ankle out a few times. Notice if your joints are feeling a little crunchy today. Mine are as crunchy as granola, I think. And then stretch the right leg back behind you. Full inhale. On exhale, right knee to your nose. Inhale, stretch it out. Right knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, across your body. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Release that right foot down. Reaching that left leg up and back behind you. Open and stack the hip. Circle the ankle if you'd like. And then stretch the left leg straight back. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it up. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, stretch it up. Left knee across your body, tap to the right elbow. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, release that foot down. Look forward, step or float to the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers. Ribs keep pulling down as you lift up and lean to the left. Create more space in the right side rib cage. Inhale, lift it up, and then lean it over to the right. Breathing into the sides of your ribs. Inhale up through center. Exhale, fold it forward. Lengthen your spine. Touch the earth. High plank. Shift forward, knees up or down. Lower to the earth. Untuck your toes. Pull your heart forward. Low cobra. Soften all the way to the ground. Shift up through strong all fours back to down dog. Walk your feet a footprint closer so your heels might touch the ground. And then reach across your body, right hand toward that left ankle, maybe thigh, maybe calf. Release the right hand down and we'll switch sides. Left hand across your body. And gently release that left hand. Look forward, short step or float to the top of your space. Lengthen your spine and fold it in. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to hearts. Walk your feet so they're about hips width distance apart and spread your toes. Drop your bum, bring your hands to heart and start to really work your tailbone back behind you, ribs pulling down. Find that energy in that under glute, right where the hamstring and glute kind of connect there. You might feel the area around your sits bones. Ribs keep pulling down as you lift your heart up. Inhale, reach all the way up, straighten those legs. Open your arms like a cactus. And come back, hands to hearts. Inhale, arms reach up. Keep your feet hips width distance apart. Fold it forward on exhale. Right hand under your nose. Bend that right knee, left arm reaches up. If that doesn't feel good on the shoulder, left hand could be on your sacrum. Twisting here in your fold. Release the left hand down. Bend the left knee, right arm reaches up. Full inhale. Exhale, right hand comes to the earth. Step back to high plank. Shift forward, lower halfway chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, over toes, down dog. Reach your right leg up and back. Open and stack your hip, and if you are so inclined, you might flip your dog. Now, if that bothers your left shoulder, certainly skip it. And then work your way back into that three-legged dog. Take an inhale, and exhale, right knee to your nose. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, stretch it up. Across your body, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Right foot in between your hands. Work your left foot a little bit to the left, let your heel pivot down. Inhale, lifting up into your warrior one. Bending into that right knee, trying to pull the right hip back as the left hip draws forward. Find length in your low back by lifting underneath your belly button. Big inhale. Exhale, release hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. If you want another vinyasa here, you could lower chaturanga, inhale, up dog, and come back to down dog. Take your time. Take your breath. Remember, child's pose is always an option. Left leg floats up. We can bend, stack, and open that hip, staying here in our three-legged dog. Or if you were inspired, you might flip your dog, reaching that left arm up and back. Full inhale. Exhale, flip back over, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Inhale, reach it up. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, reach. And across your body, tap that right elbow. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, step left foot in between your hands. Right foot a little bit out to the right. Inhale, arms come up into our warrior one. Steady breath. Mindful. Connected. Release your hands down. Step back. Again, back into our downward facing dog or through a vinyasa. Take another inhale here. On exhale, look forward, step or float to the top of your space. Inhale for length. Exhale to soften, feet a little closer this time, but again, spreading your toes. Drop your bum, reach your arms, Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale, stand on up, but take your left knee with you. Give that left thigh a little squeeze. Keep your right hand on the left knee and reach your left arm back behind you. If it feels like a good idea, gaze back at that left thumb. Look forward, take the left knee, and then bend the knee so that you're reaching back. Heel towards your bum, like you're doing a quad stretch. You could even reach back with your right hand if that works and work into that little quad stretch for a sec. And then keep your leg as it is, heel by your bum. Both hands come to heart, so that left hamstring might cramp a little here. Tilt slightly forward in your torso and step all the way back into a crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Full inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Lift and lengthen. Work the left elbow over your right thigh. Right hip pulls back. Try to keep that twist in your upper back, your thoracic spine. Look forward, step the left foot to meet your right, coming into a twisted chair at the top of the mat. Knees even here, look forward, unwind, Utkatasana. Press through your heels, big heart opener, lift your chest, open into those cactus arms, and then hands back at heart. Whew. Bend into your knees again. We're loving our chair pose today. Root into that left foot and hug that right knee in. Root down, root down through your left big toe as you reach your right arm back behind you, twisting. Look forward, give that leg a little squeeze, And then reach the right heel back towards your bum, and then maybe left hand finds that right foot too. So we're getting into the front of that right thigh, that quad. Steady, focused breath. Release your hands from the foot, but keep the heel by your bum. Start to tilt forward, lean forward, and then step it all the way back into your crescent lunge. Find that stance, find your balance, full inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Lift heart and chest, and then work your right elbow over your left thigh. Breathing here. And then look down, big step forward, right foot to meet the left, twisted chair. Look forward, unwind, Utkatasana, press through those heels. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, return, hands at your side, Tadasana. Reach that left knee up into your chest, give it a little squeeze. And then sweep your arms back behind you as you step back once more through a warrior three to a crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Grab opposite elbows, lift, lengthen, lean slightly, mindfully to the right, opening up through that left hip flexor. Inhale, arms sweep up. Hands come to heart. We'll put our weight in that front leg and then pivot our left foot so that we arrive in warrior two. Bend deeply into that right knee. Begin to flip your right palm, reach it up and back, reverse your warrior. Inhale, up through warrior two. Right elbow, right thigh, left arm can reach up overhead. Staying here, if it would feel good to take your left hand back, coming into a half bind, you might play with left hand and right hip crease. We'll look down and forward and start to walk our right hand forward, maybe onto a block, as we lift the left leg up in Ardha Chandrasana. Hip is open, left toes are pulling into your shin. Staying half bound or reaching the left arm up. Or if you'd like, you could bend that left knee, reach back, grab your foot, and find that quad opening. A little heart opening as well as we ground down. Full inhale. Exhale, gently release. Step back mindfully to your warrior two. Hands to heart. Straighten out your right leg. Pivot and turn your toes. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold it forward. Hands underneath your shoulders, lift and lengthen. And then fold in. Wide-legged forward fold. Imagine this to be a rest pose, even if it doesn't feel like it. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine, and then we'll turn our toes out and start to bend from one knee to the other, coming into play in a little Skandasana. And then we'll pivot and turn so that our right foot's forward. Soften that right knee and crawl the left leg all the way up to the sky, standing split. Hug the left knee into your chest, and as mindfully as you can, stand all the way tall. Catch that left knee with your right hand, reach the left arm back. Woo. You might even straighten out the left leg and reach for the outer left pinky toe. Look forward, both arms sweep up to the sky, left leg's extended for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake that out. A little release. I'm going to just turn the other way so you can see me the whole time. You stay where you are. And then we'll root into that left foot. My Basti, she gets really excited when I look at her. Root into your left foot. Hug the right knee into your chest. And then slowly begin to sweep your arms back. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Press that right leg back. Find your way down into your crescent lunge. Again, adjust. Reach your arms up. Find that lift away from the earth. Notice if you're collapsing, bring your energy up. Take opposite elbows, lift, and then lean it over to the left. Create more space in right hip flexor. Inhale, bring it all the way back to center, hands to heart. Lean slightly forward, lift that back leg, and adjust back into your warrior two. Arms are shoulder heights. Find your shoulders over your pelvis if you can. Flip your left palm, reach it up and back, reverse warrior. Steady breath. Open side body. Come on back through that nice lift and length in your warrior two. Left elbow, left thigh, right arm sweeps up. We'll stay in our extended side angle just as we are, or reach back, find that half bind. Play with what's true for your body today. And then start to look down, left hand on the block or maybe on your dog, depending on what feels more stable. Take the right toes, really pull them into your shin. Stay in that half bind, or right arm could reach up. And then play. What would it feel like to bend that right knee? Could you reach for your right foot? Big opening through the front of the right thigh, the hip. Energetically lift away from the earth. Take another big balancing breath in. And then soften as you release. Step it all the way back into that warrior two shape. Hands come to your hips. As you straighten the left leg, turn toward the long side of the mat. Let both sets of toes turn out slightly. Keep your hands at your heart and start to move in your Skandasana, but with a little bit more of a lift here. If it feels good to kind of lower down a bit, go for it. But we're starting from a higher position, more control. Play with what's true for you. And when your body feels like you'd like to, we'll come into a forward fold, toes point toward the long side of the mat. Steady breath in, steady breath out. Find that Ujjayi sound in your breath. Inhale, find length. Turn around that left foot and then crawl yourself forward. Right leg lifts up, standing split. Energy all the way out those right toes. Full inhale. Exhale, right knee squeezes in tight. And then with as much control as we muster, we'll try to stand on up. Catch the right knee with your left hand. Right arm back behind you. No worries if you have a couple of steps in between. If you want to straighten out the right leg, you could, reaching for the outside of your foot. Gently look forward, arms sweep up, right leg is straight out in front of you for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, give that a good release. Walk your feet as wide as the mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, we'll lower down into our squat. Malasana. A nice little check-in. What's going on in the hips, the low back, the knees, the ankles. And then hands free or with support, we'll lower all the way down onto our bum. Bring your legs out wide, Upavishta Konasana, or wide-legged straddle. I'll mirror you here. We'll take our right arm down our right leg. Left arm will sweep up and over, big side body stretch. Inhale all the way up, left arm, left leg, right arm reaches. More and more space around that rib cage. Creating more space for more depth in your breath. Inhale, come all the way back up. We're going to take our straddle a little shorter, bringing our feet a little closer together. And we'll just stretch our legs out. Hands around that left leg. A little gentle twist, barely anything at all. Looking forward, switching sides. Just a nice little twist here. And then look forward, walk your feet in a hair so your heels are pressed down, hands on either side of that left leg. Staying with a little twist, or maybe as you press into your hands, you lift up Mula Bandha Uddiyana Bandha. Maybe the bum lifts off the ground. Maybe the legs also lift off the ground, just for fun, and we release. And then let's give it a go on the other side. Hands down around the right leg, lifting up, pressing down through your heels, or maybe floating your legs up as well. Come back through to center, adjust your straddle so it works for you, and we'll walk our way forward into our Upavishta Konasana, forward fold. Allow this to be an opportunity for your body, your breath to slow down. Gently walk your hands back up, scoop your knees in, and then we'll turn toward the top of our mat. Now, if you have a block accessible nearby, you might have one with you. If not, don't worry. So we'll find our way onto our back. Feet will plant, hands will come down to the ground, and as your feet are hips width distance apart, toes pointed forward, we'll press evenly between big toes and heels, energize through the inner thighs as we press our hips up to the sky. You can make little robot arms, bending your arms in 90 degrees, and then squeeze those shoulder blades under your back. Really almost like they're supporting your heart and lifting it higher to the sky. Root through your feet as you lift up through your hips and your heart. Another deep breath. And then lower your way back down. Pause. You might even take your hands around your belly button. Option to lift up in an active bridge, or if you'd like, you might take your block, slide it under your hips, and come into 5 more breaths. Maybe with a supported bridge. Let your heart rate start to slow. Let your breath deepen even more. Less force, more softening. And then if you're supported, I invite you to draw your knees into your chest. Send your feet up to the sky. If you'd like to find a supported hip stand from wherever you are, lower down, a blanket or a block underneath your hips. If there's a different inversion you're working with, move into that. We'll be here for about 5 breaths. And then wherever you've chosen for your inversion, we'll slowly begin to make our way down onto our backs. And when you arrive on your back body, start to pull your knees in towards your armpits. Reach up for the outer edges of your feet. coming into your happy baby. It could be a moving happy baby or a still happy baby. And then ask yourself here, are there any other shapes you need? Offer that up. And when you found that you've moved in the ways you needed to today, we'll slowly release down into our Shavasana, our rest, our time to integrate the movements, the shifts of energy we might have created. Notice again the softening of your breath, the connection of your body to the earth below you. Feel that heaviness, that rootedness. With all the chaos around us, it's so important to come home to ourselves, to come home to our mat, to come home to the space where we can be at peace, if only for 20 or 30 minutes. The more we practice, the more we bring this sense of peace into the world. Gently begin to wiggle through fingers and toes. Hug your knees into your chest. And we'll make our way back up to a seat, rolling to one side. When you arrive seated, you can always support yourself up on a blanket like I like to. Hands come to hearts. Take a moment to feel maybe a little bit more renewed, a little bit more energized. And then let your eyes be soft. Sit tall. Again, that connection to the earth, the lift away from the earth, shining out through your heart, maybe even through a smile. I wish you all abundant joy. Be well.